All right, not sure how that kicked off, but all right. Uh, yeah, been a little bit of time. Figured I'd get on here and get a little bit of an update. Things have been scooting along since last time I put up anything. Things have been busy though. Ended up moving from my two bedroom over to a three-bedroom apartment. Same place, just up on a third floor instead of the second floor. So now actually I'm being more cautious of having people that are living underneath us, which makes a bit of a difference. Sorry, dog's making some weird noises. Anyways, yeah, so bit of an update. I'm still getting things up and going. I've got my therapies that are on hold right now. Due to insurance, they're just not going to be doing anything with that for a little bit. I think this next month things should be kicking off where I get back into it. Exercise wise, staying on top of it, just trying to work out as best I can, as much as I can. Uh, Upper part of my body and all that, just doing pretty good. I'm just working more on my legs, trying to strengthen them up, control some of the spasms, overpowering of the muscles, items like that. So things are going good in that way. As far as moving into this three bedroom, I actually ended up taking a bit of a wild turn, still going through the divorce process, but me and the ex decided it would be something maybe to get a little more stability for the kids, even though we're going through this, to help each other out, help out for the fact of having time with kids on both sides. So we moved into a three bedroom and we all got our own rooms. Kids sharing a room still. I've got mine, she's got hers. So that plays off, at least for the benefit for each of us and the kids itself. The other things that I'm working on right now, so I've been beyond doing the move and trying to find that bit of time with my kids. I've got a lot of videos I'm trying to post together, and it's always one of those of how do I patch it together? How do I start off a video or more or less finish a video? I figure anyone can slap something together and put it up and out, but I really want to find almost a way a creative director is kind of cut to try to find a sequence and see what kind of momentum I can build up out of a video and how the story plays out, finish to end. I think that's important for it to usually end off on a pretty good moral spot or even comical to say the least. Um, with all that, it's just something of creativity that would incite something more in my passion of building something, creating something. Now, which is going to be a couple of videos in the lineup too, as far as what I've built in the past or what I've worked on in the past, and how each one of those have curated themselves into something from a sketch or a dream that's got into something um, that's got some true meaning behind it, for myself, for my kids, for my family. So, yeah, I'm sorry for the bit of a delay and kind of a pause in my time frame, but things have been kind of busy for, just a bunch of items that have stacked up. So, I'm going to try to get back on here and try to do a little more of this. Beyond that, I'm looking at a couple other paths of kind of procreating some of my old hobbies, interests, stuff like that. Kind of finding that bit of time where I'm not working as far as job wise. I'm working on just myself, working on my body, working on my mind, my spirit, my soul. Mainly working for my kids because there's too many times, too many instances where they ask me, more my daughter asking me of when I'm up and walking, what can we do as a family? Can we go to these places that we used to go to? Can we go to this and that? And this has been something of, at first I would tell her, yeah, once I'm up and going, That's not a problem. I'm going to get there, and the time frame, it's looking a lot longer than it should. At least where I anticipated. Where my original accident, I said within 6 months I'm going to be up and walking. Don't worry about it. It's definitely past that. I'm almost pushing into 2 years here in the September this 2024. So a lot longer of a time expectancy than I was probably going for, but I've always been that kind of person that's been kind of overselling myself, over charismatic on a lot of things. So I just told my daughter more recently of I'm done. We're done waiting on when and that big slot of if, but I'm tired of waiting for it. Let's go out. Let's do what we can right now in these moments that we have the time. Especially with summer coming around the corner, there's going to be a lot of just us being us. So if anyone cares to, by all means, I mean, jump in, watch. Everything's encouraged by that. I mean, honestly, the bigger part is if you can share with anyone that may find some insight with this, or maybe even just find some joy out of it. I'd appreciate every little bit. But I'm gonna continue kind of doing on the same, working on myself, working on me, working for my kids, and making sure that these times aren't going to be the worst of times for them. It's just another page, another chapter, some downhill, but we're going to have a lot of fun in the whole process. So, join with us. I truly do appreciate everybody that has, tagged in, watched, subscribed, any little bit of it. It's made the world for it. And honestly, it's been a kick just even doing some of these, just so my daughter and my son both kind of, get that kind of lapse of seeing the creativity or the things that we do kind of modged together, so that way, it's presented out there for the world. Granted, if anyone's noticing out there too, my son, he's not shown on videos, and that's just due to preference on him. He told me that he wants to try to keep that private, his face and his lifestyle to a certain degree. He just doesn't want to present his face. He wants to keep it consolidated. So I told him, fine, I will respect that by all means. So if you see the fact that his face is blurred out, blacked out, whatever the heck it is, that's just my best attempts, since I'm still learning a lot of these programs, to mask over to make sure that he is being respected in that way too. It's one of those places in life where I will respect your wishes. You tell me what they are right up front, and I will respect them. So again, apologies for any latency on all of this, but things have been kind of chaotic. But enjoying it for the rest of the ride. We're still rolling. Thank you.
So here's a little moment itself where we got to spend some time outside. Thanks to the help from my dad, we got to be able to do a ramp. That way I can actually access the deck now. And since then, honestly, my daughter and I have spent a lot of time out there. So you're going to see a couple videos of us uploading of us out there. And this right here is just her understanding the recorder and slowly getting one note down repetitively. So this thing is just blaring. It's a good saying hello to the whole neighborhood. Here in a bit, I'm going to start hyping her up a little bit just to kind of, give her that full encouragement of, you're doing good, baby. Just keep rolling it. Keep doing your thing. Enjoy. Yeah! Get it, girl. Aunt. Oh, yeah. Yeah! Oh! Get it. Shot. Ah, yeah.
That's how she does it. Wow. Hype, 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 hype. Grand finale, grand finale, grand finale. Good job. 3, 2, 1, done. Good job. Hype, hype, hype.